It's office tour time. This has been way too long in the making, partly because I forgot, and then the other part is I feel like the office is never quite finished, but let's do it. Studio tour. Come on in. This is like the Cribs.
Cribs edition.
Cribs edition. All right, this is very lackluster. I feel like this area, we could do some work on this area. Basically, this is like the editing setup here. I used to have editor Matt here. Now you have, my brother's replaced editor Matt. Matt's doing bigger and better things, modeling for Apple. He got verified. Still not verified, that's fine. So we have a PC set up here, which nobody ever uses. Does anybody need a PC? It is my biggest regret buy. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy a PC unless it's just for gaming. We have a glorified coat rack here, which is a boosted rev. Rest in peace, boosted. We got some scrims and stuff, which again, never been used because Corona hit. And I was gonna make some short films and stuff like that. I haven't. These are like for blocking like light, you know, flags. Yeah, negative fill light. One wheels, very important in any office space. Yeah, one wheels, they're the best. We got a Red Bull fridge, which is not looking too good. We need Red Bull. We need more. Thank you, please. Please and thank you. Then let's just quickly, this is the bathroom. Nothing interesting here except for this gigantic wall. It just keeps, it's mostly like boxes and empty things. And then we're charging FPV batteries in here. But just, yeah, a lot of gear that I don't use and boxes that I don't really want to throw away yet. Also, these are giant, massive prints that we don't even have the wall space for, so they just...
This is definitely a work hazard. You could be on the toilet and the tile could fall and you would die.
You get some sort of like chain fence thing. Then we have, this is like my old shelf for those of you who have been with the channel since the beginning, the travel feels days in my old condo, second bedroom. This was the shelf, I had all this stuff on here. Going from the top, we got all our raids, all of our footage is on these. I would not recommend Drobos. These things are kind of a nightmare. This Synology, incredible. I was just setting up for my brother. You can access it from anywhere in the world as long as you have internet. So all our photos and footage, the newer stuff is on here. So if we need a quick photo to post on Instagram or we need that one clip from that one video, well, it's on there and we can access it whether I'm at home, whether we're traveling. We're not traveling, unfortunately, not right now.
We're not traveling.
Maybe things are gonna open up soon and we're gonna be traveling again, but yeah, Synology, super great. Random modem stuff, whatever. And then we have our FPV, ever-growing FPV collection here. Yeah, so some of these I've crashed a little bit too much. Rotor Riot has been making these for me. I highly recommend Rotor Riot, super cool company. That's their logo right there. They make really great FPV drones. I'm gonna make a full video on FPV drones and some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that I would do differently if I started now. This guy's the newest one. I haven't even had a chance to fly him yet. 7 inches, giant FPV drone. I'm scared to fly that thing. Then we have some drawers. I wanted to start organizing things and in a way where it's not all out, especially things like lens caps and ND filters and all these things. These are actually IKEA dividers for like utensils, for kitchen utensils, like forks and knives and stuff. And I've just made them into like, you know, batteries, lens caps. Functional. It's very functional. All you just open it up and right away, boom, you need a articulating arm, ready to go. You know where that stuff is. So yeah, this has been my way. Next drawer is kind of a mess, but this is all the cables. Pretty much any cable you need is in this box right here. So I know where my cables are. And then the bottom is just, this is all stuff that I want to give away to you guys. And I want to do a meetup, but haven't been able to do a meetup. So it's just sitting here. I want to give this stuff away, random podcasting stuff. anything power supply is in that box. I'll talk about my storage categorization strategy in just a little bit. Here we have our little kitchen. Very, very weak set of snacks right now. These are great granola bars, but everything else is kind of weak right now. Cliff bars are good.
These are our plates.
Teppo literally, these are the only plates we have right now. And Teppo went to one of the local restaurants and bought these because we didn't have any plates. We got a microwave, and then this was always a dream of ours. When we would go over to a friend's house and they had a fridge stocked with drinks. Oh, this is my heaven right here. Club sodas. Anytime you're thirsty for some club soda. Delicious, perfect. Thirst quenching, great.
I would kind of prefer the Coca-Cola, but I'm working on the club soda.
Fit city life, as Teppo would always say. This used to be a bit of like a storage area, but this door needs to open, so now just kind of this storage area and that up there. Those are Mac Pro boxes and they're gigantic. This is all stuff that's like, stuff that companies have sent me. For example, Sony sent me their new Xperia phone. I guess we'll do something with this. I don't know what we're gonna do. Actually, it's cool. This can be used as a camera monitor and your phone, so that's pretty cool. Some of it's stuff I can't show you. Some of it's just like stuff that I've been sent that's like really cool and useful, but I just don't really have a use for it right now. So it's just kind of sitting around here.
In limbo.
That's a great way to put it, limbo. So yeah, that's the first space. Now come to the main space. This is much better. Did you notice instantly the sound changed? In there it's very echoey. Here we got the sound panels. The sound is really nice in here. And first off, you gotta choose your mode of transportation. When entering the main room, you gotta choose, do you want the surfboard or the rollerblades?
You told me those things are safe! That was not safe at all!
That's never happened ever, I don't know what.
You told me to go on those the other day. That was for me, wasn't it?
I was just gonna say, or the rollerblades. It's just like, shut up. Okay, we'll just put these away. That's why we have all the space to ride them around, but that was a little out of control. All right, so basically how I've kind of laid this out now is into different areas. So here we have all our gear working space. We'll go through it in a second. This way, this is the podcasting area, sort of podcasting area. It's a little bit multifunctional, but the podcast. This is our like chill area, relax area where we never. I've used this TV once. We watched the Apple keynote once. Kai has used it a few times when Kai's been at the office and he just watches TV. I don't have time to watch TV here, unfortunately, because this TV right here, this is the most beautiful TV I've ever owned in my life. It's the LG super crazy OLED TV. I love it, but yeah, I just don't get much chance to watch TV. And this is the main working space. And we thought about cleaning it up more, but this is kind of how it looks. This is my life right here. So this is where I edit videos, photos, and I film a lot of stuff. And it's literally me. We're just finishing up the giveaway video. And then I'll go back to my laptop here. If I'm rendering there, I'm just going back and forth, back and forth.
I like working close to him.
Teppo wants to be right here with it. And I have a huge light here that's like ready to go. This is like the light that we move around all the time. It's a giant softbox. So I have kind of like an all-in-one setup here to make my videos. Why don't we go through first the gear stuff, because that's what everybody loves. And I've kind of gone with like a way of storing / also using the gear as decorative artifacts. What decorations?
Art pieces.
Very expensive art pieces.
Yeah.
This is like, but my strategy here is that if we need something, like let's say we need a drone, well, it's right here. We just grab it. It's really easy. Plus, it kind of looks cool. I don't know, at least in my opinion. So yeah, we basically have everything laid out. We have some cool little things like Peter's specialty coin. I'm very proud of Peter that he has his own Canadian coin. Some interesting stuff like old cameras, and of course, one of the biggest successes of my career. 1 million subscribers, that's crazy. The 100 plaque got demoted down to here. Although that one almost feels bigger than the 1 mil. There's something about the 100K, when you hit that mark, it's like, wow, this is actually happened. Like, this can actually be my thing. Like, this is actually working. By the time you hit 1 million, it's already like been working for a little bit. So the 100K, a lot of fun feelings for that one. Same design here. You know, you need a light, you got it. You need some tape, you got it. But it's also kind of just cool looking. So we use this as like a backdrop because it just looks nice. So you can just flick on the lights and boom, you have a cool backdrop. We just bring in one of those big lights over here and we have a cool backdrop. By the way, these lights, the Nan light tubes, are really nice. Have you used these before?
I have, I love them.
They're really great, I like them. We got some tripods and Gorilla Pods here, just super ready to go. Gimbal, scissors, knives, which
we don't want to use.
We are not as good at using as, let's say, my friend Peter. But you need them.
Doesn't Peter cut himself a lot though?
Yeah, that's true. He has cut himself.
I think
way worse than I.
He likes knives, but is he good at using them?
He is, but he's had a few accidents. Over here we have our podcast microphones and arms. So it's really easy to just grab them off the wall and then to just put them in place here. Boom. You're pretty much ready to go to do a podcast. So yeah, that's our little solution. So they're just not always in the way there.
Should we make an episode today?
That'd be a good idea.
The Haapoja Bros podcast.
That's a
during the lockdown.
Right.
We can't hang with anyone else, so we just hang out together.
We just have a podcast. And then this is what I like to call the backpack graveyard. Graveyard is maybe the wrong word, but it's just the place where all
Middle
these
Earth
backpacks that I use every once in a while. It's like you need, you know, if I was going on okay, this backpack I haven't used yet, but if I was going on a trip, which I haven't gone on for a while, and I needed like a hiker backpack that can also do camera stuff, I'd use this backpack. If I'm just going on more of a normal adventure trip, I'd use Peter's backpack, which you can see has actually been used. So yeah, I feel bad that these are just kind of sitting here. Some of them I want to give away. But yeah, we have the learn, make, repeat sign up there. That's kind of been my motto, so that felt very, very natural to put up there. Of course, hoops.
We are both terrible at basketball.
Just like, we're b-ballers. Like, see that? See that?
That was impressive. Did you get it through?
Did I don't think so.
It looked good.
I didn't even look.
I was thoroughly impressed by that. I was like, man, he's been
We're
practicing
not
those slam
b-ballers.
dunks.
It's mostly Kai that uses that. And then we have a whole bunch of boxes down here. And so I've tried to just organize based on like categories. So like drones, for example. Everything that has to do with drones is in this box. So if I need something that's a drone battery, propeller, something to do with drones, it's in here. If I need something to do with 360 cameras, it's all in here. We got all the 360 camera stuff that we could need in there. Monitors, like Atomos monitors or other monitors, everything's in there. Anything to do with lights, modifiers, that kind of stuff, all in there. Microphones, anything to do with microphones, that's in there. And then this one's a bit of a specialty box. So those of you who have watched the podcast, it drives me nuts hearing chargers. I hate the sound of chargers, especially the Canon LP-E6 or whatever battery charger. So what I've done is I've put all the chargers in this box, which is really handy because you have all of it in one place. And then I have this lid that I can just close it up, put it away, and I don't hear it anymore.
I hear it too, though.
Yeah, it's that high-pitched ringing sound. Ah, even right now, as soon as I open this up, there it is. There's the culprit, the Canon. There it is. Take that out, no sound, perfect.
Haapojas have sensitive ears.
So yeah, that's been my way of organizing, kind of just by like categories. So this way I know where things are supposed to be put back, and it's really easy to find them at the same time. Works really well for me so far. The podcast space, we made it so this sign can actually be swapped out. So those of you who know, we have the Matti and Pete Show podcast, and we just swapped this out. Fun fact, a lot of people are like, Matti, you need to really clean that sign. And No, this is texture. This is how it's made. It's not dirty. This is how it's been made.
A little bit of grit.
It's a little bit cooler than just having it super clean. It's not dirty. So you could just swap out the sign and you can actually, it's not plugged in. Hold on.
Technical issues.
Technical difficulties. There, we could actually choose different colors. There's also just like a white version of it. I don't know if you guys can see it right now because it's pretty bright in here, but it's pretty cool. I like the little sign. It's nice to be able to just swap the cover. Really smart. I forget the company. It was a local company that made it, but they did a really great job. Also, we use this for the podcast, but also sometimes I'll use it as a filming angle. Use that background from here. I'll swap it around and I film on this background. We recently painted this whole wall black, which just looks so good. Thank you, Becky, for your suggestion for that color. It is incredible. I want to paint the outside of my future home that color. It looks so good. Also, looking around, it's like, it's okay looking, but I feel like it's missing a little bit. I think I need like Becky. If you guys don't know Becky and Chris, incredible content creators. They're always doing something new with their office or their house. I feel like I need Becky's touch to like, just finish this place. That's why I didn't want to do this tour, because I feel like it's not quite finished. But so yeah, that's that space. This is the podcast cart. Everything to do with the podcast, from recording hardware, computer, even a TV on the back of it that we can use. So we can just wheel this out. Boom. We have a TV, so me and Peter can see what's going on, you know, look up something on Google or whatever. It's on there. So we just roll this out and we record the podcast. And also we have these aperture lights everywhere. So this is an aperture 120D. This is what we use for the podcast. Just this overhead soft light, kind of moody, looks cool. That right there is a aperture 300D? 300D2. Great light, more powerful. I just shoot it into the sky a lot of times, or use it as backlight. It's really strong. And this guy is the big boy Nova. Have you lifted this thing up?
It's heavy.
It's really heavy, but it's really powerful.
Don't do that. That was your arm workout for the day.
It's really powerful. Is this all full? Yeah,
You're blinding me.
It's all full power right now. It's very bright, and it's RGB, so you can make it any color you want. You know, add that cool. Add that cool teal color to your background or whatever like that. So yeah, those are the main lights, and then of course the big aperture 120D over there. These lights, these fan lights, I actually want to completely get rid of those. They look terrible, but it's not my space, so whatever. Those lights don't actually work, so we use the aperture lights as also just our normal lighting. And yeah, this is the hangout couch area that we never ever use.
Ever.
These are all fake plants because I realized I'm just not very good at taking care of plants. I don't know if you guys remember, I had a cactus in my old place, and it lit, like, how do you do this to a cactus? It wilted onto the side of the pot. How do you kill a cactus? I managed to do that. Yeah, we got the LG TV Sonos speakers. Love Sonos speakers. You can just hook up a bunch of them, connect them through wirelessly. It's incredible. And this little guy, this is good memories. This is a thing I did with Music Bed, and they took me scuba diving with sharks, and it's just such a good memory that I literally bought like a guitar stand and put that on there just because.
Who has a scuba thing like that?
I do not recommend going scuba diving.
Not as functional as it looks.
Not functional at all. But it's a really cool memory, so I just put it up there. And then we have, this is like the real workspace. This I use kind of as like, put all of my camera gear on here, but I can also just like move this around, and sometimes I'll just put my camera on here and I'll just use this as like a tripod, moving tripod. It's really handy. These are just from IKEA. They look kind of cool. It's just very handy to use. We have the Mac Pro setup with the XDR monitor, iLoud monitors. Thank you, Jonathan Morrison, for recommending that stuff. Little Apollo, I don't even know what is this called? You don't know either.
I don't know. I just call it the audio switchboard.
Yeah, something like that. I literally just asked Jonathan Morrison, like, what do I need to get a good setup for studio monitors? He gave me this advice. It's really great. I like it. It's messy, the space, but that's how it is normally. This is the Fully L-shaped desk. I don't know do they have a name for it? It's from Fully. The reason why I love these desks is you can do standing, click of a button, you can have settings here for whatever height you want. Super strong. This computer is not light. If I put this computer on that IKEA desk over there, game over. That computer is going down. This desk can hold a lot of weight, as you can see. Yeah, by far the best desk I've ever used in my life. Like I said, I have the light over there so I can just sit down and record right away. Usually what I'll do is just kill this light because this is inconsistent, you know, it might be cloudy, sunny. So I just kill this and I just use that light over there. And then I have my camera set up here. I basically have like a all-in-one setup here. So I have a microphone that you can move around. It booms out from here. So I can go pretty far away from the camera or pretty close and have a really high quality mic, boomed mic setup. But it's all on this one camera thing that I can just move around really quickly. I need wheels for this thing, but I can just move it around really quickly. It's the Canon C500 Mark II, insane cinema camera, super nice. Usually I'll have a Sigma 24mm 1.4 on there, and then I have this small HD monitor so I can see myself. I've had this monitor forever, and this is the Rode NTG3 microphone. And then I have a little, this is actually like, this could probably be done better. This is like a bike mount for your phone. And I just put it on the arm so I can put my notes there. Usually I'll have notes written out for that video, kind of like a loose script of what I want to say for the video. And I'll just pop that on there.
How handy.
Boom, and then I got it, you know? I can just quickly glance at it. Everything is built into this one little setup right here.
Little?
It's not that little, is it?
I was gonna say, I've never seen you use a setup that big.
I don't use this all the time, but if I'm doing like a talking head, mostly talking head video, then I'll use that setup. We like taking a lot of Polaroids, just really cool memories. We also take Polaroids for all our podcast thumbnails. Just really cool memories, I think I want to put like all of these on this wall here, maybe. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff that I still want to do with this office, but I recently realized that I think way too much about like making this office like a cool place for people to come visit, but nobody comes here, especially right now during the pandemic. Nobody comes here. I literally just work here. So now I'm thinking more functionally what works, and then also like cool filming backgrounds and areas. What makes it easier for me to create my videos? That's my main purpose. So even this area, I feel like it might go, I might have to switch it around. It's taking up a lot of space and we never use it. So what's the better use of this space? Do we put something on the wall that makes it a cooler filming space, or I don't know, we make a more casual filming area?
We need some gaming systems here. Nintendo Switch.
That is the opposite of what I'm talking about. That is the opposite of what I'm talking about. That is not going to help video filmmaking at all.
Productivity level will go up.
Way down. But anyways, this is the office. We've come a long way. Lots still to do. I'm sure it'll be completely different a year from now, but I'm pretty happy with it. It works really well for me right now, and that's the most important thing. If you have any questions about anything here, I'll try to answer some of those questions in the comments. But yeah, hope you guys like this tour of the office.